Okay, welcome back to Mighty Mike. You might be wondering where I've been at. Well, if you haven't noticed, there has been a little bit of changes around here. I got a new camera, and then as I was setting things up, my microphone broke, so I had to get a new microphone. Just like a lot of you guys did, I also went on a little bit of an AI deep dive, and I think it finally came to a little bit of a close here. And I'll probably be making a lot more videos about AI in the future, since a lot of people are probably going to be talking about that. Also, I haven't been feeling as mad recently, and I've been feeling a little bit more mighty, so I changed my channel name to Mighty Mike, and I dropped the Y because a lot of you were confused on whether my name was actually Mike or not. But now that you guys are caught up on me, let's get caught up on the markets. As you can see, over the past few days, Bitcoin has had a pretty good run up of about 15%. And a lot of people are wondering if this is actually the beginning of the next bull market or if this is just another fake out. Well, you know what they say, if you're in doubt, zoom out. Looking on the daily chart, it looks like we're actually really overbought here on the RSI, and we do have a significant level of resistance above us right here at about $19,000. Also, we are really getting close to this 200-day moving average, and if we don't actually confirm a breakout above that, then I believe, unfortunately, we probably are going to be getting rejected here, and we might be coming back down to retest about $16,000. Hopefully, though, this won't mean that we will make a lower low, and hopefully we'll actually just come down here and retest this trend line that we broke out of, turning it into support and then going back to the upside. If I zoom out here a little bit, you can see that this trend line is actually forming a giant downward wedge that we've been in since the top of the bull market. These have about a 10% failure rate, and the price target for these is actually the top of the wedge, which would mean a new all-time high. But that doesn't mean we're going to be going straight to the new all-time high. We could actually just go sideways for a long time here. A breakout of this downward wedge, if it is actually confirmed, would really just mean that we're probably not going to be making a lower low, and we could definitely go sideways before we ultimately do fill this thing up and go back up to the top of the wedge here. If I zoom out here though to the weekly chart, it is looking super bullish in my opinion, and while it is really hard to decide that this could possibly be the bottom of the bear market just because the sentiment has been so low, I do believe though if we do look back on this time and this does actually turn out to be the bottom of the bear market, then it's going to be looking really obvious in retrospect. But right now, as you know, the emotions just make it hard to actually decide that this could be the bottom. We are right now bouncing off of this trend line that we have been bouncing off of since at least 2017. And if I do actually go back here a little bit farther back from 2017, you can see that we have interacted with it more in the past. However, it has been support since 2017, and with that coinciding with this downward wedge, I think this could be a really strong indication that we are at the bottom. Also, if you can see this white line right here, this does indicate a huge bullish divergence on the RSI, and on such a huge scale as this weekly chart, you can see that this is possibly a really strong indicator with all of these put together that we could be actually seeing the bottom of the bear market. The only thing about this weekly chart that actually has me a little bit sketched out is this white line about to possibly cross underneath this green line, which would be the 50-week moving average going below the 200-week moving average. This has actually never happened in the past because we just didn't have enough data to actually have a 200-week moving average until 2014. And if this happens, then it could be something totally unprecedented, and it could be a big giant death cross that could send us for a leg lower. However, a lot of people say that death crosses are really bearish signals, but a lot of people also say that it just is an indicator that we've seen a lot of bearish momentum this far. Either way, I think that there's a lot more bullish indicators here on this weekly chart than there are bearish indicators. So technically, just going off of these indicators and the charts, I do believe it looks like we are actually at the bottom and we should be headed up from here. Of course, we did just get our first negative CPI reading, with it coming in at negative 0.1 month over month. This is really great to see because it is a strong indicator that we are actually seeing inflation start to ease here. And now with this new CPI data, it looks like we do have a 92.7% chance of a 25 basis point hike in the February 1st meeting. This could be possibly super bullish, but I don't really think that it's necessarily going to send us going back to the moon. Until the Fed actually does do a real pivot and not just slow down or do a pause, I think that there could definitely be some more downward momentum in the stock market. But as I keep saying over and over again, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency have not actually been around in a real earnings recession, and we don't really know what's going to happen. But people could look for alternate investments that aren't being damaged by earnings, and crypto is one of those things that just doesn't have earnings, so it could look promising to people if there's nowhere else to invest. A lot of people are predicting that we're going to have a really strong recession this year, and it looks like it is possibly going to happen. And if we do see an earnings recession, that's undoubtedly going to push down stocks even further, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are going to follow that, because we could finally see a decoupling like we've been hoping to see for many years now. In my opinion, it pretty much has to happen eventually, because that's why Satoshi Nakamoto made Bitcoin in 2009, was basically as a hedge against all of the printing that the Fed was going to do and all of these up and down situations that we've been seeing. Bitcoin did go up whenever the Fed was printing a bunch of money, but it didn't necessarily act as a real hedge against inflation, because inflation continued to go higher as the Fed slowed down their printing. So while Bitcoin is a good hedge against monetary debasement, it's not necessarily a good hedge against inflation, and it could actually be a really good hedge against recessions. We're just going to have to find out. A lot of people are saying that the bull market is back, but I really do think that it's just a little bit too early to decide, especially until we get over the 200-day moving average. This is traditionally what you look at to see if the price is over this or under it, to see if we're in a bull market or a bear market. And just because if it does actually peek its head above this green line, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're back in the bull market either. We definitely have to at least have a couple of days of confirmed momentum and stay above the green line for it to be confirmed. And this RSI being so overbought like this does look a little bit sketchy, but going into all of the times that we have crossed over the green line in the past, we were pretty much overbought at those times too, but that didn't really hold us back. Back here on April 30th of 2020, we actually did cross over the green line, but we were actually over in the overbought territory already. Then we went sideways for a while and confirmed that we were going to be staying over the green line while the RSI went down some more, and then we ended up pumping and going into the full bull market. So don't get discouraged just because the RSI is actually overbought right here, because we could definitely confirm a break over that, and as long as we do stay above the green line, then I do believe that we could be seeing the start of the next bull market. Again though, the bull market doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be going straight back up to all-time highs. That just means that we're probably not going to be seeing another lower low. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are we actually seeing the next bull market starting already, or do we have a lot more downward pressure, or maybe even just some more sideways momentum to grind a couple more people right out of the market before we can actually start to recover again? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to start making more videos with this new camera and this microphone. Let me know how it sounds and how everything looks. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And check out this video right here. I have a lot more content coming your way, and I don't want you to miss out. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear them in the comments section below. Also, please consider sharing this video with your friends and followers on social media. Every share helps me reach more people, and I'm grateful for your support. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.